Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we are celebrating the first snowfall, which is very exciting and pretty much discussing everything you need to know and some of the milestones you should look out for. Now it may not be obvious, but winter has officially started in New Horizons, at least for us in the Northern Hemisphere, which means the weather is turning and we're in for a whole bunch of changes over the next few weeks, including an update in version 2.0 that will affect many players. Anyway, winter began on Friday the 26th of November, which also happens to be the day after Turkey Day and the start of the Nooks Friday event, which is of course still underway. It's from then that you may spot your first snowfall. However, not everyone would have experienced it yet. On average, it takes around a week for everyone to experience their first snowfall, but naturally some see it on day 1, whereas others see it on day 7. For me personally, I'm experiencing it today on the New Horizons island, which is really awesome. Now, before we take a look at how snowfall affects Kapp'n, it's worth highlighting some of the other details surrounding the snowfall itself. Winter, of course, has begun and runs through to February, and during this time, snow replaces rain, so you'll no longer see any rainfall, but because it's a weather pattern, it's still completely random on every island. There are also two types of snowfall, light snowfall and heavy snowfall, which again varies depending on each island. However, at the start of winter, light snowfall is much more common, with heavier snowfall falling a few weeks into December. In case you're wondering, the snow doesn't start settling until around the 2 weeks mark, but you can expect your entire island to be covered by the 11th of December, I think it is. At least that's what it was last year. At this point, the grass, trees, bushes and buildings will be completely covered. Now, this heavy snowfall, when it eventually arrives in a couple of weeks, will also mark the start of a new crafting material called Snowflakes. Like many other materials, these float around the island and can be caught with a net. Once caught, they are of course used to craft snowflake themed items, including the likes of the snowflake wreath and ski slope wall. Furthermore, once there's plenty of snow on the ground as we approach the holidays, we can also encounter 2 snowballs which randomly spawn on our islands. These can be kicked and pushed around to eventually create a snowboy who will reward players with DIY recipes for the Frozen series, including the Frozen Counter and Ice Wand, which is really cool. Now, the interesting thing about the snowfall this year is that it actually affects which islands you can encounter through Kapp'n. There is a mystery island tour that's covered in snow with heavy snowfall and a bunch of snowflakes floating around. Unfortunately, these kind of seasonal islands are basically locked behind the progression of the game, and in order to visit them, you must have experienced the respective season, in this case the snow, on your own island. So in short, to visit the Snowfall Mystery Island tour through Kapp'n this year, you will have had to already experience winter on your island, more specifically the 24th of February, so the end of winter, which means new players who have started since the 24th of February this year won't see the island until then. Of course, you could time travel back to trigger it, but there's only a 3% chance of actually encountering the island anyway, so you may as well just wait until mid-December, where snowflakes will be falling naturally on your island. And this also applies to the likes of the Cherry Blossom Islands and even the Star Fragment Islands. Anyway, that's pretty much everything you need to know about the first few weeks of the snowfall on the New Horizons island, which is a super exciting time for new players, especially who are only now experiencing the snow for the first time. As we head towards the holidays, the trees will also become decorated, but we'll probably cover that in a future video. But what do you think about the snowfall? Have you experienced it yet? And are you looking forward to seeing your island covered in snow? I know I am. Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, thank you so much to all the patrons and channel members for supporting this content. Until next time, have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.